Hi everyone, hi, it's me Peyton. I'm coming at you from the North Georgia, Tennessee line like always. But for funsies, the last couple weeks, the Holy Spirit has had me doing something a little bit different. I had this whole stack of basically these little papers. They're one-page trainings, basically. And they're network marketing trainings. But I also have this book I usually do some sort of training out of. And I always say, like, hey, God, what do you want me to say to the people? Well, last week, I clearly heard, you know what would be fun? Draw one of those papers randomly and then read and tie them together. All right? And I was like, when I started reading this week's paper, I was like, how are you gonna... Okay. So this week's training title for the network marketing training is called sponsoring and re-sponsoring, and it's talking about don't be afraid, keeping the opportunity yourself is rude, and you never know when it's gonna change somebody's life. And when I joined 7 years ago, 7 years ago, it looked way different than it does now. So now it is way different. A lot of times when people join nowadays, I'm like, tell me what it says. Because it is way different. But this, there is this whole chapter was just lines of tongue twisters. And when I started reading it, I was like, I already had doubts that there was going to be some sort of ribbon tying these two together. But then when I saw it was just one-liner tongue twisters throughout the whole chapter, I was like, oh, there is no way. Y'all, buckle up. So it's talking about prospecting, right? Basically, sponsoring, prospecting, same thing. You're farming people, basically. But one of the tongue twisters is people ponder my principles, but only prospectors produce my products. Am I the only one that sees it wasn't even a line this time. It was just a lightning bolt of, hey, told ya. There's a line between network marketing and Christianity. If you are doing it right, if you are doing network marketing right, you are also being a good Christian. I wholeheartedly believe that. I keep seeing lines every week drawn and drawn and drawn and drawn and drawn again. And it's getting to the point where there's just so many coincidences now that you can't convince me otherwise. It is what it is. And it says here in this, chapter of one-line tongue twisters, people ponder my principles, but only prospectors produce my products. And remember, this is God talking, so God's product would be love, patience, abundance, grace, all these things, right? There are so many things that are products of God, but only prospectors are producing that in the network marketing world. To be a good prospector that is producing that fruit, you have to put yourself out there and be a good sponsor and tell everybody. And it's like offering a stick of gum, y'all. I may not want a stick of gum right now, right this second, but you know what? After I eat a ham sandwich with onions and stuff on it, yeah, I might want one then. So just because I'm not in a situation where I'd want it right now doesn't mean I'm not going to be in a situation where I'd want it later. So just because someone has said, I don't think like that opportunity is for me. Yeah, it probably wasn't like 6.5 years ago. But you know what? Check back in, circle back, talk to those people again. If it's different in your company, tell them how different it is. If you are different, tell them how different you are. No one is a mind, well, I'm not going to say no one, but I'm not a mind reader and I'm not psychic. So I would need somebody to tell me if they were different, because I just don't know that they had to change a heart, or that the company is different, or XYZ. I don't know. Insert your own thing here. But that was this week's training, and when I first read the network marketing training, I was like, nah, there's just no way this one's going to get tied in there. And sure enough, lo and behold, I was wrong again. Forgive me, please, dear Lord. I doubted you, and I should know better. At this point, I should know better. So, your challenge this week is to circle back with 5 people in your circle. And if you're in network marketing, like 7 years ago, my upline told me to make that list of like whatever, however many people that I knew and whatever, and that's who I was going to contact, which is totally wrong. Like, that is so wrong. I think I have 3 family members that have ever purchased from me, and one of them died, so now there's only 2. So, and I think like 2 friends, like that were my friends growing up, only 2 of them became customers, and only 3 family members became customers out of that whole list of like 100 people. And the other 95 people were probably really mad at me because I sent them that typical hey girl message from like so ever many years ago that we all sent. Or the smart people didn't, but some of us were told to. We didn't know any better. So circle back with 5 people that either were in your life at the very beginning or on your team at the very beginning that are not currently. You never know when those genuine conversations will open up again. And even like, I know firsthand, a lot of my girls were too busy to do my company 6 years ago. But now that it's different, it would work into their schedule better. So I do need to circle back with them and tell them how different it is. I love y'all. I'll see y'all later. Okay.